Hello, I'm Gretchen McComb with the Women's Foundation of Colorado. As we recognize both Domestic Violence Awareness Month and National Poverty Day in October, the status of girls and women in Colorado comes under even greater scrutiny. Currently, we have 300,000 girls and women who live in poverty in our state, and twice that many who live below the self-sufficiency standard. As our state slowly climbs out of the recession, we see a collision between an increase in domestic violence for women and a greater need to provide support system for those girls and women who are living in poverty. We clearly understand that investing in girls and women and lifting them out of poverty will lift our families, our communities, our state, and our country to a higher level of economic success. Unfortunately, some of the statistics that we track are declining. We just found out that the pay gap has actually increased for women, and nationally that women are earning 77 cents for every dollar that a man earns. These are the types of issues that we are working so hard to address at the Women's Foundation of Colorado. The Colorado Pay Equity Commission released an incredible report 18 months ago with 14 recommendations on how we can work together to close the pay gap for girls and women. We also know that the plight of single mothers in the state of Colorado is significant. A third of our single mothers are living in poverty, and 54% of them are living below self-sufficiency. That means that these single moms are not earning enough to pay for basic needs for their families: food, shelter, transportation, health care. We must enact policy changes that give these single mothers paths to economic self-sufficiency. One-third of Colorado's children, over 300,000, live in low-income families that are struggling to provide for those children. And one of the most significant barriers that these low-income families face is called the cliff effect. We've studied the cliff effect thanks to our work with Columbia University, and we now understand that low-income women are frequently turning down raises, promotions, and overtime because they will drop off a work supports cliff. A woman can take a 50-cent an hour raise and lose hundreds of dollars in work supports for childcare or food stamps or health insurance for her children. Thankfully, our state is starting to understand the cliff effect, recognize that it's a systemic barrier to women achieving economic success, and putting together groups of policymakers and stakeholders that are working to put solutions in place to solve the cliff effect. One of the other issues that concerns us so much is the number of girls dropping out of school in Colorado. Over 7,000 girls are dropping out of 7th through 12th grade every year, creating a pipeline of women who will struggle to provide for themselves, their families, and their children. We are in the process of completing groundbreaking research on how we can most effectively reduce the number of girls dropping out of 7th through 12th grade, increase the number of girls that are graduating from high school, and have the opportunity to proceed on to higher education. Over the next 9 days, you're going to hear from community leaders on their opinions about how we deal with the issue of poverty in our state. We really appreciate you taking the time to learn about this important issue and to recognize that we need to reach out to these girls and women. They don't need a handout, they need a hand up. They need real pathways to economic success, and that is what we are working so hard to create here at the Women's Foundation of Colorado. So how can you be helpful? You can shine a spotlight on the issue. You can talk to your friends and your coworkers. Make a donation to the Women's Foundation of Colorado. Fund another organization that's working on this issue. Talk to the media. Track our these issues on Facebook. Sign up for The Voice, which is our legislative action alert. You can do all of these things on our website, www.wfco.org. Show that you care. Join us as we create a powerful collective voice for Colorado's low-income women and girls.